Hello and welcome to another video looking at a key area of grammar and accuracy for your writing skills. Today we're looking at semicolons, which, in case you're not sure, is a little piece of punctuation that looks like a comma with a dot directly above it. Semicolons are used to join one sentence to another sentence that's linked in meaning. For example, his diet was packed with sugar for years and years. In his 50s, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. This exemplifies how to use a semicolon perfectly. Notice how the first sentence about the man's diet is separated, or rather joined, to the next one with the semicolon, which is about his diagnosis with diabetes. In this case, the semicolon is kind of between the cause and the effect, and that's one way that you can use them. It's important that a sentence needs a main clause. So if you're using a semicolon to link a sentence to something without a main clause, you might be making an error. Here's an example. The gun fired, semicolon. Panic. Panic isn't a sentence in itself. It's a fragment. If you want to use the fragment for dramatic effects in a piece of creative writing, that's fine, but it needs to be clearly intentional. And in this case, it would mean putting a full stop before panic and capitalizing the P. However, if you were trying to use a semicolon, something like this would be more appropriate. The gun fired, semicolon, he reacted in panic. This time, the clause, he reacted in panic, could stand alone as a simple sentence. And that's what we need. Both sides of the semicolon should make sense on their own, so that when you put them together, they are clearly joining two main clauses, and they have to be linked to meaning as well. It's important to remember that when you join two sentences together by using a semicolon, you do not need a capital letter after the semicolon. It's fine just as it is, like this. I had to ask her out, semicolon, she was just so beautiful. However, if there's another reason for a capital letter, like a person's name or a place, that's fine. So here we have, there's no way that I was ever going to win, semicolon. Verity was so much faster than me. Verity still has capital V. Now, they can also be used to join complex sentences. In our previous examples, we just had a single clause either side. A complex sentence might well have commas in it. Here's an example. When the explosion occurred, comma, nobody moved an inch, semicolon. Everybody was in shock, comma, wondering what had happened. That's an absolutely fine sentence. The important